What is going on, guys? It's Modded Warfare here. Welcome back to another video. So in this one, we're talking about the new update that was just released for the PS4 9.03, as well as the 4.50 update for the PS5. So as you guys probably know, as I've explained in my previous videos, that there was a WebKit exploit released by Slayer's Gorvy that works on the PS5 up to 4.03 on the PS5 and 9.00 on the PS4. Now, because we've now got a new update for the PS4 and the PS5, we would assume that these vulnerabilities would have been patched, these WebKit exploits, but apparently they have not. As you can see here, reports that the WebKit exploit still works on 9.03 and 4.50 for the PS5. So this is actually a pretty big deal. However, I still would highly recommend not updating to 9.03 just because the WebKit exploit works. You don't know what's going on in the background with this update. They may have patched the kernel exploit that say people like TheFlow and Fail Overflow used to exploit the PS5, which could be the same kind of kernel vulnerability that's used on the PS4 as well to jailbreak 9.00. So just because the WebKit exploits may not have been patched, if they've patched the kernel exploit, then you definitely don't want to update to 9.03 because then your chances of getting a jailbreak in future are extremely diminished. So I just wanted to kind of make this quick update video to let people know not to update to 9.03. Sounds obvious. You know, obviously I always say that you should stay on whatever firmware you're on. If you want a jailbreak, never update your system software version until a jailbreak comes out for the version that you're on. But I want to emphasize it here more than ever because there's so many rumors and little pieces of evidence that are pointing towards a potential new jailbreak coming out sooner rather than later. So if you update to 9.03 now, and let's say Sony did patch the kernel exploit in 9.03, then you're probably going to have to wait so much longer, you know, maybe over a year or more for another jailbreak to come out for 9.03 if they've patched that kernel exploit. Whereas if you stay on 9.00 or 8.50 or whatever you're on, then the chances are much higher because there's so many things that are kind of pointing towards maybe getting a new jailbreak fairly soon within the next couple of months. Obviously, this is all based on rumors and speculation still, so you have to take everything with a grain of salt. There's no hard evidence, but there are things that are pointing towards it. For example, first of all, you've got the CTERT report on HackerOne, which was closed 2 months ago. Now, with TheFlow's report, it was about the first report TheFlow made, which resulted in a kernel exploit, a jailbreak for the PS4, was the 6.72 one, or 6.72/7.02 jailbreak. And that one basically went on for about 3 months. After he reported it and requested disclosure, 3 months later, we got the jailbreak. Whereas in this case, this has been closed for 2 months so far. So, you know, there's a good chance within the next month or so that it could be disclosed if he requested disclosure, especially if the thing that he reported, the vulnerability, has now been patched in 9.03, in which case it's no longer really a threat to Sony if they disclose that information, because most people will update to 9.03 and won't be able to do the jailbreak if this results in one. So there's more of a chance of this being disclosed fairly soon within the next couple of months. Also, with the HackerOne bug bounty program, we do have a $70,000 bounty that was being reported. It's not in the sort of hacktivity section, but you can tell by the top bounty range that apparently at one point it basically shot up to $70,000, meaning that one person seemingly got $70,000 by the looks of things for a report. So of course that could be this whole big PS5 potential jailbreak for the PS5. That could be where this bounty has gone to, and if Sony received that bounty, and it was received quite a while ago, then this could be this 9.03 update for the PS4 and the 4.50 update for the PS5 could be the update that patches that, and this is how they got that information from this bug report, possibly. Again, this is all speculation, but again, that is another thing that kind of points towards a potential kernel exploit being patched in these new updates. And another little hint towards a potential new jailbreak is that TheFlow himself has come out just as I was editing this video together with a little tweet saying #900, which I interpret as his way of telling people that, you know, 9.03 is probably patch the kernel exploit, so stay on 9.00 if you want to jailbreak at some point in the future. So again, another piece of kind of evidence or a little hint towards not updating and that there could be a jailbreak coming out soon. I'm not saying he's saying there's going to be a new jailbreak coming out. He's literally just said hashtag 900, could mean anything. He could just like the number 900, who knows? But let's be fair here. He has hinted in the past when he was working on new jailbreaks, or when he had a new jailbreak on HackerOne, where he wasn't able to disclose it, and he had requested disclosure, but he was still waiting for it to be disclosed. And back then, he actually put out a tweet basically telling people not to update if they wanted a new jailbreak in future. Then a new jailbreak did come out. Eventually, it got disclosed. So, you know, he has done stuff like this in the past, and this is definitely looking like another one of those hints like he's done before. So, again, just more things that are pointing towards a potential jailbreak at some point in the near future. The other thing is kind of more of a rumor. Is this whole thing about something big coming soon? A few prominent people in the scene talking about some, you know, big thing coming soon, which everybody is speculating is a kernel exploit or a full jailbreak for the PS4. And there's a lot of talk about something coming out on Saturday. And as some people have pointed out, Saturday, the 25th of December, Christmas Day is on a Saturday. So is the 1st of January. So New Year's Day is also on a Saturday. So, you know, anybody who has a private jailbreak who might be waiting to release one, may be waiting to release it on Christmas Day or January the 1st, New Year's Day possibly. That is a possibility as well. So I definitely wouldn't recommend updating to 9.03 right now. So there's that, plus also the fact that because 9.03 has come out, if Sony has got the information from people like Overflow or TheFlow, who jailbroke the PS5, you know, if they have given Sony, or Sony has found out about the method used by these people to exploit the PS5, which could also be a similar vulnerability to exploit the PS4 on 9.00, if they have patched that in 9.03, then it just gives more of a chance for these people who have these private exploits to potentially release them. It's not a guarantee, but they're more likely to release them now if their vulnerabilities have been patched in the latest firmware. Because obviously if they release a jailbreak or a kernel exploit for the PS4 or PS5 even, while that's still the latest firmware, then people might be able to use that exploit to mod on PSN and cause all kinds of chaos on Sony's online service on PSN. And if that happened, I'm pretty sure Sony would probably try and go after whoever released that exploit. Whereas if they wait for the vulnerability to be patched in the latest firmware, that protects PSN from any kind of interference and hacks when they release the jailbreak, because people will be only able to exploit the previous firmwares and not be able to connect to PSN. And therefore, Sony is much less likely to go after anybody who releases a jailbreak on an older firmware. So because this new firmware version has come out, 9.03, and if it has patched a kernel exploit, then there is a bigger chance of that kernel exploit being released within the next month or so. Probably they'll have to wait a while for most people to update to the latest firmware, and then there's more of a chance of that being released. So any private jailbreaks going around, maybe there's more of a chance of those being released now if they have been patched in 9.03. And obviously, you know, these kind of reports like the CTERT report on HackerOne, if that's been patched in 9.03, plus the fact that it's been closed for 2 months now, if he's requested disclosure, there's more of a chance of Sony actually disclosing that now within the next couple of months. So all of these things kind of point towards a potential new jailbreak coming out fairly soon. Again, it's still speculation and rumors. It might not happen. There's no guarantees here. But if you are waiting for a new jailbreak, then, you know, now is not the time to update to the latest firmware. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that. You know, just quick video there. So hope you guys enjoyed it or found the information useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.